Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Express. Today we're diving into one of the most effective ways to grow your English vocabulary, learning words in context and using them in real-life situations. If you've ever tried memorizing lists of words only to forget them later, you're not alone. Today, I'll walk you through strategies to learn new words naturally, remember them longer, and make them part of your everyday language. Let's get started. First, let's talk about why learning vocabulary in context is so powerful. When we learn words through lists, it's hard to remember them because they're out of any real-life connection. Context, on the other hand, gives words meaning and depth, helping them stick in our memory. For example, imagine you're learning the word bustling. Seeing it in a sentence like, "The city was bustling with activity during the festival," gives you a sense of the word's energy and liveliness. Now, bustling isn't just a random word, it's a word tied to a lively festival setting. So, learning new words with context helps you understand not only what they mean but also how they feel. This makes it easier to remember and use them correctly in conversation. Now, let's go over some practical methods to learn vocabulary through context and make it a habit. These strategies don't require complicated techniques, but they work wonders over time. First strategy is read with a purpose. When you're reading an article, book, or even social media posts, pay attention to words you don't know. But don't just look them up right away. Try to understand them from the surrounding sentences first. This gives you clues about the word's meaning, making it more memorable. Let's say you're reading a sentence like, "The food was so exquisite that it left everyone speechless." You can guess that exquisite means something really special or high quality because of the reaction it caused. Then, check the definition to confirm, and you'll have a better understanding of the word. Second strategy is watch TV shows or movies in English. Movies and shows are full of conversational English, so you're likely to hear words used in natural ways. For example, if you watch a cooking show, you might hear words like simmer, whisk, or marinate. By seeing them in action, you learn not only what they mean but also when to use them. Third strategy is use new words in sentences right away. As soon as you learn a new word, try to create your own sentence with it. For example, if you just learned the word intriguing, you could say, "I find mystery novels intriguing because they keep me guessing." Creating sentences helps you reinforce the meaning and makes the word feel like your own. Now that we've covered context, let's talk about putting new words into real-life practice. This is key to making vocabulary part of your daily language. Point 1. Keep a vocabulary journal. Write down new words you learn, along with a sentence that uses them. You could make it a habit to jot down 2 to 3 words per day that you encounter while reading or watching something. Revisiting this journal can help you review and remember these words. Point 2. Speak with others and use your new words. Practice makes perfect. Whether you're chatting with friends, joining a language exchange, or practicing with a teacher, make it a goal to use your new words. If you recently learned perspective, for instance, you could say, "I'd like to hear your perspective on this topic." Using words in conversation helps reinforce them in your memory. Point 3. Use flashcards for quick review. Flashcards can be a quick way to review words, especially if you're busy. But instead of just writing the definition, include a sentence or scenario with each word. For melancholy, you could write, "A rainy day often brings a feeling of melancholy." This way, you're learning the word in a relatable context. These days, there are tons of apps and websites designed to help with vocabulary building. Here are a few tools you can use to add variety to your learning routine. First one is use language learning apps. Apps like Memrise, Duolingo, or Anki make it easy to review vocabulary regularly. Many of these apps let you create custom decks, so you can add words you want to focus on. Just remember to create sentences or scenarios with each word to add that context. Second, listen to podcasts or audiobooks in English. Hearing new words in podcasts or audiobooks can be especially helpful because you get to hear native speakers use them naturally. Start with topics you enjoy so you're more likely to stick with it. For instance, if you're interested in science, listen to a podcast on that, and you'll pick up related vocabulary. Third, try word games and puzzles. Games like Scrabble, crosswords, or even word-matching apps help you review words in a fun way. For example, if you play a game that involves synonyms and antonyms, it helps you understand a word's meaning even better. Finally, let's go over some tips for making vocabulary learning part of your daily routine. Consistency is key, and small steps every day add up over time. Tip 1. Set small, achievable goals. Instead of trying to learn 20 words a day, aim for 3 to 5 words that you can fully understand and use. You're more likely to retain them if you go for depth over quantity. Tip 2. Connect new words to personal experiences. Try relating new words to something you know well. For example, if you learn the word nostalgia, think of a memory that makes you feel nostalgic. This helps you understand the word emotionally, making it easier to remember. Tip 3. Mix up your methods. Don't just rely on one technique, mix reading, listening, writing, and speaking to keep things interesting. The more ways you engage with a word, the more deeply it sticks. And that's a wrap on today's episode. Building vocabulary is a journey, but by learning words in context, using them in sentences, and putting them into practice, you're making them a natural part of your language. Try out some of these tips this week, and let me know in the comments if you have any favorite ways to learn new words. Thank you so much for listening to English Express. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with friends who are working on their English. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep practicing, and make each word count. Bye for now.